Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, but now let's talk about none other than Solana. We're going to be doing our daily analysis on the price of Sol, see what is happening, and of course, what is yet to come. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So as we're looking at the entire markets today, you guys can see we're pretty much seeing a lot of green across the board. Some coins in the red, and speaking about some coins being in the red, Sol is one of them, down about 7.6% on the daily time frame. And I know what most people are going to come out and say before I even see the comments. I know what is going to happen. People are going to come out and say Sol is done. This is it. Sol has hit the top. Sol is dumping this and that. But people don't focus on the way Solana is moving on the weekly time frame. Solana, even after a retracement, is up 23%, and on the monthly time frame, it's up 90%. And on the yearly time frame, Sol is up 852%. So, after a project hits 10x in the last 1 year, it's only right for it to have a little bit of a cool off, consolidation, profit taking, and that's what's happening right now. But we're going to take a further look and see what is happening, and of course what we could be expecting as we do go into this upcoming brand new year ahead of us. So if we're looking at the price of Solana today, as of December 28th, of course, it's past midnight. It's currently sitting at $103.63. We're down about 7.4% as mentioned in USD comparative. We're also down 8.7% in Bitcoin comparative over the past 24 hours. Market cap, on the other hand, is currently sitting at $44.1 billion with the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at 4.4 billion. Not bad at all. But before we get into the analysis, as always, just a quick disclaimer for everyone. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So, some news for you guys. And of course, this kind of gives us a better understanding as to what really is happening with Sol. And you can see, compared to Solana with other layer 1 in terms of unique swappers on chain, active swappers on Solana reached 203,000 on Christmas Eve, surpassing all other blockchains with a huge difference. And again, this should not be a surprise to any one of us. The price of Solana's Solana is again a blockchain, right? So a native token, which is Sol, has been absolutely killing it, and of course that is going to bring in a lot of attention to its ecosystem. And it's not just bringing attention because the price is going up. People are actually educating themselves to see, actually, hold on, Sol has a huge utility at that the Ethereum, which is a huge giant, does not have. And people are starting to realize this, and it continues to say it's not just regular people like us, it's bigger players. We're talking about serious money, institutional interest that has been coming, not just now, not just since the price has hit 3 digits. We're talking about when the price was still in this $20 range, where we're still seeing huge institutional inflows coming into Sol, accumulation happening. And then not only that, we've seen some huge figures in the financial markets come out and talk about Solana. So that should just give you an indication where Solana holds in terms of mass adoption. I wouldn't really say mass adoption, in terms of the bigger cryptos. There are people that are tracking Solana, and this speaks for itself. Not only that, you guys can see this for yourself. Solana DeFi activity surge can be witnessed in this new Flipside dashboard. Data shows that daily swap transactions on Solana reached 9.25 million, dominating all of their layer 1 blockchains with a huge margin. And of course, again, not a surprise to any one of us. But right now, if we're looking at the price is seeing a retracement. And I know usually newcomers come into the space that don't really understand that market does not go up straight forever, because again, that is not sustainable. People might get really scared at these moves. And this is why locking in profits is extremely important, and doing your due diligence and research is extremely important. We could sit here, talk about the price every single day, but you need to realize how this market works. If project tends to go down 10-20, I've seen even 30-40% before. Now this can really shake out the weak hands, and you do not want to be the weak hands when it comes to these shakeouts, in order to kind of not get shaken out like this and lose massive amounts of profits that you have gained. This is where I've always said you need to kind of put away your emotions and lock those profits in when you do see those profits. If you don't, someone else will do so. But Solana, what is happening next year? Speaking about what is happening next year, you guys can see this for yourself 21 hours ago, and I did this for today's update specifically. So I asked, my community, I said, hope everyone is having a wonderful time with their loved ones. When do you see Solana touching an all-time high? 25% of the people that have voted are saying that Q1 of next year, 2024, we will see Sol hitting an all-time high. And could we see that happening? Possibly. But at the same time, it's really, really important to see how this entire ETF news goes. And I've said this literally from the beginning. The ETF news is so big, and I'm not a huge fan at the same time. Of course, ETF is going to bring in billions of dollars into the crypto space, but what I'm not a fan of is that, the entire market at this point is dependent on this ETF. And of course, it's no secret at this point that, if we see some sort of a hiccup even come in regarding this ETF, we will see BTC seeing a pullback. There's no question about that. And of course, that is going to impact majority of the coins. Are we going to see that? Of course not. But, we always have to keep that part back in our head, because remember, anything can happen. So if we're looking at BTC right now, so Bitcoin has been doing quite well. We did see Bitcoin retest the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level earlier today. We're seeing a little bit of a minor retracement. You guys can see we're having a hard time, staying in this 38.2 Fib zone. But, due to BTC pushing up and, dominance still staying quite low, you can see this for yourself. Bitcoin dominance is pulling down, which is causing altcoins throughout the board right now. On the daily, you can see we're seeing so much green across the board because altcoins are having their time. Speaking about Solana, we're seeing Solana's NFT and even some of the coins that were pumping like crazy. The dips are here right now, and there's a few NFTs on the Solana blockchain now that I'm eyeing because, the dip is here. There's some that are looking very attractive to me, but I'm going to give it some more time, because let's face it, guys, we've seen Solana NFTs pump in, over the last 3 months, and we're talking some even hitting 100x, especially if you got in late October or even early November. So, great things are happening, but, this is very normal. You do tend to see these types of corrections occur, especially after having such a huge rally, which I can show you guys right now. You guys can pretty much see we've seen Solana almost touch, guys, the 0.50 Fibonacci retracement level. That's literally so huge that a lot of people don't understand, because the reason as to why this 0.50 Fibonacci retracement level is so massive is because, guess what? That just marks only, a 50%, till its all-time high. So basically, 100% move would take us back towards all-time highs. And like I said, a lot of people are thinking that, we will see that earlier next year. So let's take a closer look as to what is happening right now and what we could be seeing happening for Sol in the upcoming days ahead of us. So speaking about Sol right now, this is what I want you guys to take a look at. So after, it's a yearly high at $126.15, it's down about 18%. Let's talk about that again, okay? So from its yearly high, it's down only about 18%. And this is something no one is going to pay attention to. There is never going to be a time where we're going to see the candles just going straight. There's going to be times where we do see retracements. Yes, it's clear we're seeing majority of the markets pumping, but these coins that you're seeing across the board did not have a run like Solana has done. So, profit taking does happen. People do tend to take profits and look elsewhere, and that's totally fine. People have strategies, different strategies, and as long as you're locking in profits, great. But is this... does this mean that Solana is over? Absolutely not. We just need to understand that this is part of the cycle. And speaking about part of the cycle, you need to understand how important it is to diversify your portfolio. I cannot stress this enough. Solana could be the most promising. We are seeing the ecosystem exploding like never before. We're hitting all-time highs in some of the categories for Solana that we haven't even seen in the previous bull cycle. But even though that is the case, you never want to just hold Solana in your portfolio. You want to have other coins, other projects, which diversifies your portfolio, because now let's say you did have a diversified portfolio, you're seeing a retracement within Sol. Guess what? Some of the other coins that are pumping right now would be carrying your overall portfolio. So it's really, really important to have a diversified portfolio. So let's talk about what we could be seeing happening. So this 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level support is an extremely important level of support right now for Sol. If this is not able to hold, we do have the next support line around $97.83. So we could be seeing a two-digit Sol once again. That would be a move of about another 5% if we lose this support line. But what is really, really important for Solana to do in the next few hours, in my opinion, is to actually stay above this level of resistance, which is at $108.47. As long as Solana stays above there, guys, I'm totally okay with that. That's just a move of about 4.9%. Solana can start retracing above that support line for, as long as it wants, to be honest, and it deserves it, because pretty much Q4 of 2023 has been nothing but absolutely skyrocketing momentum for Sol. So it needs to start consolidating, and in order for me to feel the proper spot for Sol to be accumulating, in my opinion, it needs to be accumulating above this resistance right now. Of course, right now it's not playing as a level of support because we're below it, but it's at $108.47 roughly. So we need to start consolidating around that range. Let me know down below what you guys think. Love each and every one of you guys. See you tomorrow. It's been Crypto ZX, and peace out.